when you go out in the mountains, I remember when they discovered this lode. LODE and then LOAD.
That's
you keep a load close to yourself, you'll find a load close to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Around the mountain, I was been prospecting for going on 185 years now.
Oh, this guy's alive right now.
Yeah.
I'm 785 years old.
Oh, so you're just a metal detector guy at the beach?
How much pussy did you get 600 years ago?
The doctor, I went and saw him, and he said I'm what you call a Dracula. More years ago, I figured I was bit by, at the time, I suspected was either a Chinese or Jewish fella, as I'd neither seen neither. I reckon I nearly seen neither in my life. At that point, it had been all different kinds of engines.
Right.
So
Except, of course, for Engine Classic. What's heretofore referred to as DOT.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you have seen
I could
one
tell
of
you,
those.
I could tell you,
them.
I ain't got but 3 teeth in my head, but I close my eyes in the woods, I hear a footstep come on me, I can tell you the type of feather it'd be.
Really?
Be it Comanche, Sioux, Dakota,
Right.
Fanning,
Yep. Dakota Fanning.
and I am Sam type, the rarest of all the Indians.
Oh, there's a tribe of
those.
the mentally retarded out there?
Yes.
The Sam engines.
The low IQ Akoi.
Wow.
What are you,
some of your dealings with them?
What are you, low IQ Indians? This fellow here is low IQ.
Now, I want to return to the fact that you're a Dracula.
Yeah, what age are you frozen at?
I got bit by what I assumed was a vampire.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to create a fleet of prospecting is what you may refer to now as slaves.
Right.
I went around biting a bunch of them retard Indians
So you've got
on account of my interest in creating a race of retard Draculas that I could boss around.
That's been an interest of yours even
That
before
that I could
you
boss
were
around
a Dracula.
Wow, that is
like some kind of mean girl, like the hottest one of a group.
So you'll never bite anyone that's not retarded, is what you're saying. Is that right?
Wow, that's
You'll only bite the mentally disabled?
that is the cheapest labor I can think of.
Remember being in elementary school?
Oh, yeah, bang for your buck?
Remember being
real bang for your buck there.
in
A
elementary
Dracula
school,
slave.
and a retarded kid accused me of biting him, which was not true. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Often in my life, I feel like early in my life, I was falsely accused of things pretty
Yeah,
often.
and it shaped your whole worldview.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why you have a real sense of justice.
And that's why I had to bury myself in tales of prospectors and Native Americans
Yeah.
and live in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
But a retarded kid, I remember him accusing me of biting him.
Wow.
And the teacher believed him. And I couldn't use
Believe all retards.
Well, I couldn't use the defense. I was like, that's disgusting. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna become it.
I'm gonna put a.
I'm gonna catch some of
Why
that.
would I want to put my mouth on a fucking retard?
Come on, teach.
And I got in more trouble for the defense. So all these people talking about fucking cancel culture.
Wow.
And how dare you? You know how mean it is to say that it would be disgusting to bite a retard.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest, yeah, that wouldn't be on the top of my list of guys to bite.
And then now I had to reinvent myself as a prospecty.
So
I
you
just
started-
love the fact that clearly that kid just accused you of doing something he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were just like, okay, well, we have to believe him.
Who does Truck Month?
Chevy.
Chevy,
Yeah.
I think.
I'd like to shove my dick into your ass. I don't.
Dodge trucks are
Yeah.
now okay.
You can go ahead and try and
No, that's good.
slide
Okay,
back.
I
We
saw
found
that.
out.
I
I
saw
guess
that.
you could. That's the kind of nugget of gold I'd find
Okay.
in everyday conversation.
It's the bit prospect.
I'm out in the mountains.
Nick Mullen, the bit prospect.
Yeah, he's mining for bits.
I'm out in the mountains, not looking for physical gold. I live out there because I'm a child sex offender.
Yeah.
It's the only zip code left
for good old fashioned fellas like me.
for what they call a pedophile Dracula.
You know what? This is actually a very good framework to think of Nick as. He's the bit prospector, and all his brain cells are not capable of things like love and relating to another human being because they're all retarded
That's cruel.
Indians.
That's a cruel way of looking at it.
They're all retarded Indians that can only seek the bits.
I would say that's an unfair and cruel way to think of it.
It's not his whole. It's not his whole brain, but you have bitten. You have turned half of your brain like that, and the other half is. It's basically you have one. You have one brain cell that's not a retarded bit-seeking Indian slave, and it's Will Smith from I Am Legend, and it's
Okay.
That's the battle raging inside Nick. He's trying to turn his brain regular.
What was going on?
I never
Am
saw
Legend?
the movie.
No,
but
it's a guy and a dog, and no one else existed.
Exactly.
You're thinking of iRobot, not
No, you're thinking
No, I'm
about the
thinking
pursuit
I Am
of
Legend.
happiness.
I'm thinking of I Am Legend.
No, you're thinking of the pursuit
It's
of happiness.
vampires versus one guy.
The experiment didn't work.
Old Yeller.
I thought maybe I could invent an Alzheimer's medicine, but once again, I made a dying man think about his mama's pussy.
So you
That's
like
why I need to go back to just being a prospector and Dracula.
a slave owner.
A retard slave owner, prospector and Dracula. Instead of
Got my army of waterhead Comanche retards.
instead of
Vampires.
vampire.
messing around with all this science, trying to prolong everybody's life, other than doing it in the simplest way I know how, which is just to bite them.
That's true.